right. So I'm streaming. Back to continue the game. So we're going to get to it. Uh-oh. Game's not there. What's going on? Can't see oh, there's the game. There's the game. Mm. Let's get to it. I'm just finding out that Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Doctor Doom or something like that. Okay, that's a thing that's going to happen. All right. Gonna get to the movies and stuff eventually. All in due time. All in due time. He's gonna be Doctor Doom. That is a neat little idea. Okay, I'm looking at my little mini map. Okay, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm still hunting for rams. I forgot about that mission. And then after I do that mission, I'm going to go to Val Royale. I think that's it. Um, I was checking out my stream, and I don't know if shoot, I might as well see if I can, just to see if my audio is fixed, because the last stream I did had like really bad audio levels, and like I think that some streams will just be no camera commentary, just the stream, and then other streams will be like this where I'm on camera, but I'm gonna document every single. This it right here now. Every single video. Here we go. I just want to see. Okay. Hey, haha. That's so lame. And the delay is so bad. Okay, so let me put that back on or nothing. Just put that back on nothing. Okay. My bad, my bad, my bad indeed. All right. Now, I am looking for like this is an early mission. We're gonna poison the meat, which is stupid, but you know. Oh, you know what though? We won't make it a total waste. I should have a fade rift over here too. I can knock out. I being so cheeky with this playthrough, I totally forgot about the dang. Okay, four more. Wait, did I level up? No, I think I already picked my abilities. Did I? No, I took first blood, so I'm still. Ooh. You know what this is doing though? Holding left trigger for my arrow abilities is kind of nice because it's kind of like aiming down sight. You know, sorta. Because you know, gotta still play that Hell Divers. Let's see. Should be like four, oh, two more left. What the hell? What did I just shoot? Nothing. There you go. Down you go. And then there's the last one over there. And then we can just fast travel back to the crossroads. Meet me at the crossroads. Okay. Those look like. Okay, so earlier I was checking out the video and I'm talking. I'm running my. Oh, wait, did I? Huh. Did I do it, not do it, or something? Let's see. Journal. No, I still need one more. Usually, when you have hunger pains as a mission, it like it guarantees the drops until the mission. There it is, Matt. Right, me. Like so. In other words, like for each. Uh oh. Ooh. Oh, take that. Hey, you're poisoned. Poisoned your crew. But I was saying that now that the Templars are taken care of and the mages, these are bandits, and they'll be the enemies running around for the rest of the act in this area. And now what I don't know, because I haven't gone backwards like this in a minute, I don't know if taking out the bandit fortress then eliminates the bandits. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I'm thinking, as much as I like my bow of the dragon, I might run over. Let me see. Let's see how dope these dudes are, how tough these dudes are. See if they want some of this. Oh, they're pretty tough. Yep, I might just go make myself a bow. And we're gonna roll into Valroyo. I won't need it. But one mistake I made that I'm gonna do, I guess, something similar. Poisoned. I don't know what this poison is, but demons don't like it. It is consistent damage too. 26, 26. It's probably every round, I'm assuming, is the interval. I mean, it could have been per second. You know, it could have been 1,000 and 1,000. It could have been per second. So what's interesting is, okay, poison doesn't work on the specters. That makes sense because they're technically undead. But if we were playing D&D rules, Why does poison work on the demons? They are not alive. You know, unless it's some kind of physical thing where because they're a physical being, therefore poison works. And I'm gonna call shenanigans on that. You know, I'm still gonna poison that motherfucker though. Like, not gonna go that far. You know what? I got lucky. Usually, if you don't get rid of the fire guy as fast as possible, he turns these specters. What are they called? Man, we'll find next time. He turns them into like fire versions of them. You can make them fire based and then lightning based. That's what I remember. There might be another like element, but fire is the most troublesome because, well, you know, they set your ass on fire. All right. Give meat to the hunter. All right, let's do it. We're going to go here to the crossroads. Crossroads. Crossroads.
We all did.
All right. Man, it would be cool to be able to climb some stuff in the next game.
This camp if the hills weren't full of demons.
All right, we'll do it then.
Maybe this will help. It more than helps. With this, I can fill these hungry bellies, give these folks some hope. I didn't think much of the Inquisition, but no one else is helping like you lot. Maybe I will.
Oh, y'all gonna see some cut scenes. All right, let's just do it. Let's just do these cut scenes. All right, so in the hinterlands right now. Did I already go see the Horsemaster? I must have. Oh, but I didn't get that suit. That's okay. But I saw the Horsemaster. Let me see if I. Wait. Journal. The Hinterlands. There we go. Oh, that's right. Let's go back. We're going to do this. We're going to go to Haven. Apparently, the Emperor Ocean Park. Lauren, no, oh my God, almost Morgan, no, oh my gosh. One of the three pillars of black acting has it's like a show on MGM Plus where he's a judge. All right, go straight for it. I kind of wanted to run around. Oh, look at that bad boy. Yeah, I don't have that bow. The bow I was using before, you know what? Oh, okay. Okay. At one point on a more recent playthrough, I went into the Black Emporium and bought every schematic it had and then saved it to the Golden Nug. Hey, hey, Hardcore Gaming is checking me out. How's it going? Um, and then, and so, let's see. I think I had one of the named schematics, but we'll just take this one. This was stronger than any other bow, but pyrophite. I don't think the Emporium's gonna have pyrophite yet, not until like the second or third act. So how I have 15 pyrophite is kind of interesting, but all right, let's see here. We'll use iron. Iron's fine. Yeah, it works. Dexterity, cunning. Yeah. All right, it works. Okay. So in once we get the Skyhold, I'll be able to, you know, pay more attention to that. But for now, this is going to help us a great deal in getting stuff done. Look at the difference in damage. Just like Soldier's Nemesis is a not a bad bow, but it's more of an aesthetic thing. It's a good looking bow. And that's why I cannot wait for transmogrification, because if you think that bow is dope, and I would agree with you, but it sucks that the most it'll do is 63 points of damage, well then, my friend, Dragon Age the Veilguard is the game for you. Because I think the bow that I have is like disappointing looking. Like the dagger looks dope, the dwarven dagger. But the dwarven bow, eh, sure it is. Now remember, we had that whole thing where there was an argument going on. They're still out there. Cullen is forever stuck here talking to this cat until I move the story forward. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a story hidden in here too. Yep. All right, let's get this out the way real quick.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune
Okay.
time, Marquis. More of
This
the
is
faithful flock
one
here
of the
each day.
more
But allow me to introduce you to the
potentially
brave
funny
soul who risked his life
exchanges
to slow the magic of the breach.
if you pick your options.
Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
That should do it.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Penticus that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
That's right.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No.
That's right.
No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I can't help but feel like the Orlesians
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet.
mask thing is a
The
way
Inquisition
to
Might stay.
leapfrog the lack of variety in the base NPCs. But like in terms of the story mechanic, they don't just leave it. Like they explain it when you get into reading the books and stuff about the Orlesians. They make it make sense. So it's still dope. It's they deserve some credit for doing it that way, because especially when you get the Skyhold, you start to notice that there's only like maybe four NPCs, and there's only four NPCs, So like yeah, the Orlesians. It's kind of thankful that they all wear masks. Let's see here. Now I want to
I
just.
apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect
And
more
I'm gonna
people in
romance her.
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the
Her
story of
romance
the
is
Inquisition
actually
after they
probably, yeah,
depart. An
it
ambassador should
is.
ensure the tale is
Like
as
sometimes
comprehensive
there's
as
like quests in the game that feel like they're obviously not part of the canon, like they're just some fun stuff for you to do. And then there's other quests that are like, huh, like somebody put some elbow grease into this.
The
And
Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate.
based on how everything shakes out with so many characters,
Thedas's politics have become
even though I doubt that
animated.
the canon Inquisitor
I hope to
is a
guide ourselves
human
smaller
male,
paths. But
I
please,
thought the Inquisitor is probably not a
I've much
human.
work to do before the day is done.
Like the way the Chantry responds, like there's witnesses to what happens to me coming out of the fade. Dang it. So I don't think the Chantry loses their shit if I'm a dude or even a lady. You know, that sexism is sort of like not their jam. Um, but when it comes to what they believe, it's not going to be an elf. It's not going to be a dwarf. Not called the Herald of Andraste. So that's why I feel like the canon Inquisitor where am I going? Yeah, I got to go in there. Probably isn't a human at all. I'm guessing. I feel like there's it's probably someplace it's already been established who it is. Let's see here. I have only one perk. I'm missing somebody. Well, maybe not. The yes, I wait no, I can't get her until I get inside of Redcliffe. So let's do that. You know, it's fine. Get it now. All right. I had a visitor. Hardcore gaming. That sounds like a cool like thing. Hardcore gaming. Right on. Okay. Okay. Now, boom, boom. There it is. Bill Watchtowers. He will not. He'll be a. Okay. So let me see if I can go back. Well, let me. Yeah. So I can explain what I'm doing here. So I want to get this ability opened up. It allows all rogues in the party, which I am a rogue, to open masterwork locks around the map. On a lot of stages, there are doors that can only be opened if you have deft hands, fine tools. Hell, on the farm where Master Dinner is, there's a door where there's a set of like it's like Gray Warden medium or heavy armor that you have to unlock the door to get. So, deft hand fine tools requires like four of these to be unlocked. And I actually see now I've unlocked it. Now I got to get another Inquisition perk point, and you get that through in. I'll show you the whatever it is I gotta earn. But so I unlocked enhanced studies, which gives me an additional 50% XP for each foe study. That means like every time I turn in some stuff to that little war table with Menave in there, I get XP for that. I'll get a little bit more. And then arcane knowledge helps me. I get a 50% XP bonus when I like read books that are about magic. And you saw me use my ability to talk to mages, and I know some mage shit. Like as a mage, I think I already kind of get some degree of arcane knowledge. However, I can still check it off the list. It's whatever. But I didn't have to do anything else because Speaker Aeneas and Witty Ritz, those two characters who were in the hinterlands, Witty Ritz I rescued from the Templars, and Speaker Aeneas was the leader of that cult. Because of the decisions I made, they became agents of Liliana, and they count to the check marks for the four unlocks I need to get Deft Hand Fine Tools. That's why I can get it so early in the game. Like that's basically how that works. So like under it might be secrets, but I think it's either Inquisition or Connections. But at the very bottom, okay, there's Enchanter Elandra. That was the mage I picked up in at the crossroads. Here at the bottom is going to be when I get the horse master. He'll be under here, or maybe under forces. Yes, he'll be under forces because it'll take, in order to convince him to join the Inquisition on my own, I'll need to unlock underworld knowledge. That's how you get Horsemaster Dennett. That's also how you convince Witty Ricks and this lady down in Redcliffe. Underworld knowledge is what basically Varric has. That's what he uses. And but it's a little more nuanced than that because Cassandra can also say a few things. Like she can also like help you convince people. Like she can help you convince Horsemaster didn't. She can also help you convince the lady we're gonna Tanner down in Redcliffe, but she doesn't help you convince Witty Rick. So it's it is what it is. But anyway, what we're gonna do now is go ahead. Oh, I didn't mean to. I left the room, but I'm gonna go right back in there. Okay, gonna go right back in there, right? And then I'm gonna go to Orlais and see. Okay, the next game seems as though like apparently they're saying it's mission based, and I
Having the herald
I'm
strike
pretty sure it's
tonight
gonna be
is
fine
not a terrible idea.
You can't be
because
serious.
Mother
there are
Gazelle is
certain
dead.
elements they
At the
remove from the
moment, the
game
Chantry's only strength
that
is a
sort of
well-directed
lend itself
and we
to
should
it
ignore the
being
danger to the
a
herald.
linear sort of
Let's ask
thing.
him.
Like, okay,
I'm
like
more concerned this won't actually
in
solve
the
any
first
problems.
game, you could
I
stop
agree. It just
and
lends
talk to your
credence to
party
the idea that we
members
should care what
at
the
any
Chantry
time.
says.
You know,
I will go with
like
him.
even in Knights of the Old
Mother
Republic, but
Gazelle
even in
wishes to
Dragon Age
provide us
Origins,
names.
you could
Use
just,
them.
I think you
But
could be in the middle of
why?
combat
This is
and just be
nothing
like,
but
whoops, have a
What
conversation,
choice do
or
we
at least
have,
prompt
Juliana?
or whatever. I
Right
may
now
be
we
in
can't
combat,
approach
maybe, but
anyone for help with the truth.
anywhere in the world you could have a deep
Use
conversation.
what
But
influence
then
we
there were
have
other
to pull the
conversations
clerics
that you could
together.
only have
Once we
at
are
camp.
ready, we will
Part
see this
2
through.
should have done away with that. Should have, you know. And then in part 3, you can't talk to your party at all. Like in Inquisition, you can't turn and talk to Varric out in the field. Varric is only approachable at Skyhold. I like that because you ended up having a situation where you kept like interacting with them as an object in the middle of gameplay, and that was a problem. My only beef
The
with
city still mourns.
Skyhold is I don't like the fact that by and large the characters stay in one location. That like super bugs me. They don't do that for all the characters. Cullen seems to be a bit more mobile than other characters in the game, but it really bugs
My
me
Lord
that
Herald.
Dorian just stands in the
You're one of
library.
Leliana's people. What have
Period.
you found?
Cassandra
Chantry
is
mothers
always
away.
outside.
They do a great many
You know,
Templars.
they move Iron
They're
Bull
Templars.
inside. They like
People
it's
seem to
just
think the Templars will protect them
they
from
missed a great
from the
opportunity
Inquisition. They're
to
gathering on
have
the
to
other side of the
explore the
mountain. I
castle
think that's
to
where the
talk to
Templars intend
people,
to meet you.
especially with characters like
Only
Cole.
one thing
And like
remains
we're
then.
gonna go to Skyhold. There's so much space in Skyhold that they just don't use. And like
People?
I know Veilguard's coming out. I know it is. I know it's coming out. It's like this year. I feel like they could still make content for Inquisition. It just the space is there. I don't know. I don't really know how the process works. What did I pause for? Did I? Oh, pause to level up. Like I know I didn't pause to try to make a point. Um. All right. You know, and also at this point, let's see. I'm not going to use Varric much after. I tend not to use Varric, and it's not because I don't like him. He's dope. It's not that. It's just as a archer and as a rogue, he's super redundant. Um, and I'm gonna wait on those guys too, because that's free XP to read all these placards and stuff. Like this. Oh, Valrayo is just free XP. But if you wait until you've unlocked more stuff on your perks, then you can get even more XP. So you'll have to watch me read every placard later on in the game. I'll probably yeah, if I'm gonna romance, if I'm gonna romance Miss Montelier, I'll spend a good amount of time in Valroyo, and also I'm gonna do all of the quests and stuff for the side characters. So I'll be in Valroyo for Blackwall too. But yeah, I really wish, like, I feel like, well, I just don't know any better, so there's no point. But I kind, oh, I'm gonna be super religious, yeah.
Do you know
I
everything the Maker commands?
I kind of feel
Look
like
up in the sky.
you could make
I alone survived the
a
breach,
single
and I
player
connected.
game
It's true.
that
The
was still a
Inquisition
live
seeks only
service
to end
game.
this madness before it is
Like,
too late.
especially if you had a game like this that is essentially a bunch of maps where you can constantly provide modules. You know, the story has a 10-year sort of open thing where all kind of stuff can happen. You could, I don't know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be repetitive. I don't know. Like I feel like it would be awesome if they dedicated a certain number of like to keep it going on some level. You know, because like I said, like
What's the meaning of this?
well, I'll take you on a tour of Skyhold. There's parts of Skyhold that you just they're just there and they're just empty and there's nothing that ever takes place. No cutscene that I know of, like, and I'm like, how come I don't ever like use this space for anything? It's a shame. You know, and then like the DLC is cool, but it's very much post game content. You know, but I mean that's kind of par for the course when it comes to um, BioWare DLC. I feel like, except for I think some Mass Effect DLC is designed to not be post game. You know, so on a new playthrough, it doesn't. But like most of the DLC for Inquisition is level capped. Let's see. Let's keep up with the literature stuff.
What if I
Like
really
so,
am the Herald of Andre's
Jaws of Hakan. It says it scales to your level, but when you actually play the game, it wants you to be level 20.
What if he really was
And if
sent
you're
by
not,
the
it punishes you for not being level 20.
You are
Like I had to
called to a
take it real
higher
slow when I
purpose.
first got there because I was
Do
like
not
level
question.
18. Same thing for the Descent. I'm not gonna lie, that's just straight up hard. The Descent combat is hard. Those little dwarves are not messing around, and like it's dark, and you'll just hear like a bunch of bullets because they got miniguns. It's awful, and I'm squishy. I'm always usually running around with like a mage or a
Charming
rogue.
fellow, isn't he?
I totally like being like a tank or whatever, but I have a thing where I don't when I fight the Templars and they have a
You think he
sword,
can be reasoned with?
so I know
I hope
that they built the animation
not him,
for
there
someone
are
to carry
surely
a
others
sword
in
and
the
no
Order who
shield.
don't feel
I
as
just
you
started
do.
getting irritated
By
that
the
I
way,
can't just
we should first return
pick
to
up a
Hilda
sword.
and
You know,
inform the others.
why would you do that? Like, you're showing me the options, and then you're telling me arbitrarily that you can't. Like, you can't even unequip your a shield and have nothing but a sword. Like, it forces you to have a generic shield. Like,
We're
it's
attempting, yes.
mm, mm. So, yeah. This time around, looks like you can just carry a sword. We're gonna see. Because I plan on streaming a playthrough. Like, if I can, I gotta make sure I heard that correctly. I don't want to get my hopes up and then be wrong about that. But I heard that you can equip a shield and just have that shield and that be your weapon and you're like straight up yeoman America out there.
Herald of Andraste.
And if you can do that,
I understand.
that's gonna be the character I stream.
Turn away anyone with
But
invite her.
Uh, I'm
Head to Haven then.
I'm curious because okay, when you use the keep, it lets you put together the whole story up to whatever time you're gonna play. So basically,
What's that? An arrow with a message?
so basically, um, I'm pretty sure the keep was going when part two came out, but I honestly can't remember now because I played part one and part two like pretty much on top of each
Might be
other.
something here. Better
I
take a closer look.
got into Mass Effect before I got into Dragon Age, and so I played Dragon Age Origins and then played part two like right away. Like so I can't remember how the keep worked right after Origins came out or if the keep existed at all. But um, you know, I could pick like my original first uh hero of Ferelden, which is the character in the first game, was a dwarf, uh, not paladin, but well, if you know, you know. He was a dwarven. What are they called here? Templar. You know, that's what he was. You know, he was like an Alistair, basically. I That was the prestige class I took. He was a Templar, which is basically this version of a paladin. I guess I probably that's probably not a fair. I don't know. That maybe that's tough because Templars can't heal at all, and there's a little bit of cleric in there for a paladin. I don't know, but it's something. It's similar. It's a tanky magic sort of anti magic in terms of a Templar, but that was what I made. I made my main D&D character is a level 17 dwarven paladin of Clegane, and he is essentially Doc Brown from Back to the Future, but way more like loopy and flighty, and less evils afoot. And then he's like sharpest attack,
I believe that
because he has his insanity score is like all over the place because of his his story and stuff. But that's my character from playing D&D, the character I worked on for years and all that stuff. Wait, did I? Did he talk to me? I'm so busy running my mouth. Wait a minute. I feel like I missed something. No, all right, I talked to him. Okay. All right. We got it. Let's go. Oh, wait. I got to do the time travel thing. Okay.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader
This
of the Mage Rebellion?
is
Is it not
Alistair's
dangerous for you to be here?
mother.
I heard of this gathering.
Okay, so
and I wanted
that's
to
one
see
of the
the
things.
fabled herald
So
of Andraste with my
I'm
own
still not
eyes.
sure
If it's help with
what
the breach,
the
you see. Perhaps my
backstory
people
of this
are wise
campaign
amongst you.
setting is. Like,
Does that mean the mages will help
okay,
us?
We are
from
willing to
knowing
discuss
about
it
the
with the
lore of the
Inquisition
game,
at least.
I know that my
Consider this an
eternal best friend in
invitation to
in the
wedding.
world of Thetis,
Come, meet with the
Alistair,
mages.
his
An
mother
alliance could help us both.
is standing right here before us.
I hope to see
You
there.
meet him in
Au
the first
revoir,
game.
my
He's your
good
first
hero.
traveling companion in the Grey Wardens
Come,
and your boy.
let us return to him.
And he his fate is determined on like what you choose to do. And in that first game, what happened to Alistair can vary pretty wildly. So, right this very second, I don't know what became of Alistair. Like, this is the sad part. I don't like to do Champions of the Just because if you do that, then you definitely have to fight Alistair's mom. And, you know, that's my boy. I don't want to, like, and he doesn't know that's his mom. Like, you know what I mean? So like it's tough, you know. It's really tough to do her in like that. So usually, because I know better and I don't really care about, I mean, you get some really good stuff from doing Championship of the Just. It's like if you're looking to do some crafting, the moment you get into Skyhold, like if you're playing on a high difficulty and every little bit of everything matters, then you definitely want to consider doing Championship of the Just because the demon that you defeat drops some really nice stuff that I just don't think you get from doing in Hushed Whispers. Like you don't. Like you get some really good raw materials fighting the Envy Demon. But you know, if you do that, then you definitely have to fight Fiona, and you totally wreck Alistair's mom. There's no way around it. And she's dead. You kill her. So you know. So if you don't do that and you go to help the mages, um, she's at Skyhold. I have tried to see if you can get them together, um, but Alistair, I, unless someone out there who's played a bunch of other times has figured out or something figured out a way. I just have exhausted all the conversation options, and I just don't know how to get them together to speak. She'll ask about Alistair sometimes, depending on the scenario, but it's tough. Now, here's the thing:
But who are you? What's this about?
the probably my favorite like story moment in this game. What I consider like the writers and the directors and the people who make this a story doing their best work is when Alistair is the Grey Warden and he sacrifices himself at Adamant Fortress. When you have that scenario and Alistair dies, what Varric says about Alistair is so touching and so like it's like better than any Easter egg or reference. It rewards you for playing that first game and still being there all these years later because it's just it's fan service, but it's told by Varric and it's Varric. And even though it's tough to compare it, because when Varric talks about losing the champion of Kirkwall, I mean that's also pretty tough too. But I don't know. There's something about the way he talks about Alistair that I think is the game doing its best storytelling. It just really is. Um, Even though, from what I gather, the 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 canon is that the champion of Kirkwall passes at that moment. So, you know, we'll see.
I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first?
It is the thing too with Sarah. She's a dope character. If I'm using a warrior, she's definitely on my squad. But I'm just not as likely to use a warrior as I am to use
That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fencing
a squishier
metaphor,
character.
some woman in Kirkwall.
I love
There were 3
rogues
in Star
all the way
Wars
back to
and one
Origins
something.
because in
It's just a
Origins
name, yeah? It lets
it
little
was
people
hard to
friends
play
part
the
something
game
while they
straight
stick to
up
nobles they hate.
if you weren't a
So here,
rogue.
in
My
your face, I'm
playstyle
Sarah.
hasn't
Friends of Red
really
Jenny, sort of out
changed
there.
since the
I used
first
them to
game.
help you.
I've
What's
always
Aaron?
appreciated that the game allowed you to take a vastly different approach. I felt like this version's turn based sort of was like super lacking and was almost insulting. Um,
The
it doesn't
Inquisition
matter what
already
you think
has
right here.
friends in high places.
Like I just
Can you add to that
the
prestige?
camera
Here's how it
and
is. You
I
important
don't know.
people
It
are up
it
here,
could have been
shoving your cods around.
it.
Blah, blah, I'll crush you. I'll crush you.
I don't know. I feel like
Step down,
they've been
you've got
trying
big
to
lords
get to
with
the
big purses
Veilguard's
like the chick
action
you killed.
since the very, very,
Well,
very
what do you
beginning.
want
If
the
you
Amazon
play
for?
Origins, you
Doesn't
can
matter.
set
His
your
grand
settings
plan was
in
ruined by the
Origins
scraps
to
torn from
just
his desk and a red
get into
dot
fights and get
by
right to it
someone who couldn't read
and
it.
not have to do
So
any
no,
of
I'm not Lord
the
Pontifex.
turn-based
You don't
picking.
listen
Like
down
you can
here,
do
too.
that if you
You
want,
recruit breaches.
but
Like those
like
guards. I saw
why?
there.
Why would you do
Look,
that? Like
do you need people or
I
not?
play D&D.
I want to get
You
everything back to
need
normal.
other people. You
Like
need a
you.
group. And when you
All right,
don't
Sarah.
have a
I
group,
can use you and your friends.
I don't
Yes.
I
Good.
don't see like
Keep
okay,
us alive.
okay, the
That's
best way
two
to
breaches
describe
where
it
they should be.
is
Plus extra breaches
I
before
started
Halloween.
playing video
You have
games
mercenary by that
as
place,
a
yeah?
kid
Got to be worth
who
something.
was
Anyway,
technically an
Haven. See you
active
there,
kid,
Herald.
little
This will be
league,
grand.
basketball, that kind of thing in the park. So sports games were just as interesting to me as fantasy games, especially early on. Like the first couple of games I ever got that I really wanted were actually sports games. Joe Montana Pro Talk Football sports, like it was the first game with the play-by-play announcer. Such a dumb concept that they still now they can't get away from it. Doesn't make any sense because if you were on the bench playing for the Boston Celtics, you wouldn't hear the play-by-play guy. So it's never been it's never made any sense. But they've always done it. But I remember the first time I wanted that game so bad. Um, uh, NBA Live, Tecmo NBA basketball, up to NBA 2K. Those early games didn't really start like
Lord
changing the
Valerian of
game for
Oswald,
me
representing the
until in
Inquisition.
their simulation you could play as one player on the squad. Because until then, it wasn't a simulation of basketball. Because when I play basketball, I'm only me. I'm not. I don't. When I pass the ball to my teammate, I don't magically become that teammate and keep it going. So the moment they could in the earliest game to do that was Dennis Rob. No, not Dennis Rodman. Gosh, Robinson. Uh, the Admiral was his nickname, and he was the starting center for the San Antonio Spurs. Something Robinson. Oh my God, it's been so long. Well, he had a basketball game that didn't have any NBA players in it, but he had the license for his likenesses, and they had fake players or whatever. But in that game, David Robinson? Ah, I'll fact check it one of these days. But in that game, you could play as just the point guard or as just the center, and that is a proper simulation of the game of basketball. Well, in a game like this, which is like Thetis is the Dragon Age setting, that's what that stands for. This is a campaign setting for D&D. So the underlying rules are the same. If you were playing D&D and you were really sitting at the table playing, you wouldn't play as the dungeon master, the fighter, the rogue, and so on and so forth. You would play as one of those things, and then your friends would round out the rest of the squad. Or if you were at a convention, the rest of the players you met at the convention or whatever. But that's how D&D works. Well, a simulation of that would at least have you only using your character on your turn. But see, I'm a good guy. The problem with that is, just like in real D&D, you could end up sitting there watching the game take place for who knows how long. I mean, look, Dungeons and Dragons is about playing Dungeons and Dragons, but it's also about socialization and hanging out and having a good time because once combat starts and you're having a good sized group especially, man, you could be sitting there while someone else in your party is figuring out what they're going to do on their turn. It requires patience. Video games can do
Charmed
so
by
many
Vivian.
different things
Ah,
to
but I
get to
didn't
the
invite
same
you to the
conclusion.
chateau for pleasantries.
You know,
With divine
so
Justinia dead, the
one
chant
thing
was
they
in
don't need to
shambles.
do is
Only
be
the
turn
Inquisition
based.
might restore
Not in the
sanity
same
to
sense
all the
that tabletop game is
craftspeople.
turn based.
As
At
the
least,
leader of the
like,
last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only
not
right
when
that
trying
I
to
lend my
tell this
assistance to your cause.
linear, uh, one-to-one paced story like this. This doesn't, there's no
The
point,
Inquisition will be happy to have you,
wasting
Legion.
time. You can't romance
Great
Lady,
things are beginning,
Vivienne,
my dear. I can
which,
promise you that.
I don't, I feel like the lack of romance options had something to do with her getting the game out at a certain time as opposed to anything else because like Vivian, while she does have a significant other in the game at this time, her attitude about certain things would suggest that that wouldn't have been necessarily a barrier since you one of your missions is to help her help him, move on. So it's just, hey, I did it already. All right, so we are back from. Oh yeah, let's go get this over with. We're back from Battle Royale. I sincerely doubt we've got anything good. Nope. All right.
What kind of name is Charter, anyway?
Oh yeah, that's Charter. Charter apparently shows up big in the novels, but you're gonna bump into her a little later when we get to Crestwood.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
Now,
It's a shame the
she
Templars
said
have
that.
abandoned their
She was like, "You
sources
heard?"
as well as the capital.
But, dude, you told
We had to
the
give something,
contact
and now we have an opportunity.
to inform them in case we're
Yes,
delayed. So
and we have
why?
the
Like,
opening we
I
need
don't
to
know,
reach the
man.
Templars and
Like,
the
I don't know. That always bugged
Do
me.
we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere.
See, and this is one of those things where someone
My reports have been
kind of made a complaint, and I feel like
We must look
the
into
little
it.
bit of
I'm
revisionist,
certain not
like
everyone
looking
in the
back at
Order
it
support the
and not
laws.
remembering
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages
the
in person.
frustrations that existed way back
I think the Mage
when,
Rebellion is more
and
united.
giving it
could
like
be 10
more
times worse.
nostalgia points than it needs. But you are kind of funneled towards a particular sort of direction. Like, I'm going to pick this answer not because I want to or it fits my character, because this answer will score me points with Cassandra.
Or you could stop bickering and make
That's
a
it.
decision.
You
I
know?
agree.
We shouldn't
And
discount
like
Redkeep.
Cassandra
The mages may
approves
be worth
is
two.
significant
They are
because they can
powerful,
slightly
imagine
approve.
but more
So
desperate
like
than
her
you
approval
realize.
there is a good amount of approval. Those other two options don't get you anything from anyone else. So it's almost like in that one moment, there's no reason to not choose the third option. It's the only one that gives you some kind of benefit. I feel like this is another part of the game where it's not finished.
So it'll be dangerous. Been in
Like
danger
they
since I
meant
walked
to
out of the Fae.
implement
It's
a
some
system
among the rebel
that
mages
sort of
were
made you
responsible for
pay
what happened at the
more
Conclave.
for every
The same
decision
could
you
be said
made,
about the Templars.
and it's not
True
fully
enough.
implemented
Right
because,
now, I'm not certain
like,
we have
how did
enough
I?
influence to
Where?
approach the Order safely.
Then the
Where's my
Inquisition
penalty
needs
there? I
agents in
couldn't.
more places. That's something
Yeah.
you can help with.
In the meantime, we should
Right.
consider other options.
Like, here we go. She's gonna tell me about Blackwall. I can
There is
be
one other
kind of a dick here,
Several months
but
ago,
not really.
the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
And here we go.
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion. but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall.
We ran over there and
You
he
have
wasn't
no
there yet
reason to
because I forgot I hadn't
think
done
you
this
have.
part yet.
Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Maybe more going on than we thought, yo. All right. Oh, I leveled up talking to people. Those some hard conversations. I have fought big giant things. All right, let's see here. Did I do it? I think I did. You know what? Oh, level 7. All right. Let's pop our heads in here real quick and have a quick look. Baby, baby, won't you be mine? Okay, so we have enough power now to do Champions of the Just. We can really get the show on the road, and I can be in Skyhold
Has Cassandra
pretty
spoken to
soon.
you about
Oh,
raiding
I
outposts?
just that fast.
They are not
I
ours,
was thinking
Commander.
about
They're ours.
waiting.
Let's see what we have.
Oh, but yeah, I'm not gonna wait this time. I'm gonna like okay. I
To
don't
work?
have the same negative attitude about the war table, even though again I think it's an aspect of the game that they definitely were had bigger plans for than they ended up, utilizing. But I honestly think that the war table was
At your
supposed to
service.
be how we played the multiplayer. That was the original idea, and that's why when we get the Skyhold, you can see the multiplayer characters standing around and stuff. Because there's a few missions that involve the multiplayer characters. Let's talk to Creme de la Creme,
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but
you
I'm having
know.
a hard time getting any
And
more
I think that
documents.
somewhere along the line,
Who are you, soldier?
Promisius are classy with the bold
something didn't work.
We mostly work out of Orlais and
Something
Navarre.
about how
We've
the
got word of some
online
Commission mercenaries
play
gathering out on the storm
was
coast.
implemented or
My company
something.
commander Iron
Because
Paul
I
wants
played
to make
the
you free of
online
charge. If you'd
when
like
I
to see what
first
the
got
boldest
the
charges can
game,
do for the Inquisition, meet
but
us there and watch
like
us work.
We'll consider your offer.
it did.
I appreciate it. We're the best you'll find.
Uh
So you
oh.
can see us in action.
It didn't. Okay, in Mass Effect Andromeda, the online multiplayer was a portal you can jump into from inside the game, and it was sort of suggesting that you were carrying out missions like directly linked to your efforts in game, whether it was actually like that or not. Like, uh, it gave you the sensation that it was. So you went from playing your game on your ship to suddenly being in the interface of an entirely different, like, whatever would have you. So I think that they wanted the war table to sort of function that way, but probably be more seamless and less uh, jarring because like suddenly you weren't playing your game anymore and you could accidentally exit out. Like it was just after a while in Andromeda, I didn't mess with the war table because I didn't want to keep having to log back into my actual game that I was playing. So maybe who knows how many different iterations. What am I doing now? Oh, I'm going back to the hinterlands. Let's see here. Now that we did that, okay, we can tell Braun about here, but I need to get. We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna. We're gonna venture out without our full party because we're gonna keep Blackwall with us for a while, and I am sort of getting a little bit tired. It's been an hour. It is 11:30. I have to work in the morning, and I've gotten to an age where, sleep is not the worst thing in the world. Oh, I can go to Redcliffe now. Oh, can I? Yeah, I can. I can go to Redcliffe. I got to because I'm pretty sure that I am not going to do in Hushed Whispers. I don't think I need to worry too much about um, difficulty and armoring up. I am looking to become strong enough to go to Impri Delu. Oh, okay, that's right. I haven't been there yet. Okay. Only because I need either Dale's Loden cloth or Snowfleur leather so I can wear light adventurer armor.
No gaps. Remember how
Okay.
to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall. Warden Blackwall.
You're not. How do you know my name? Who said?
They tried to murder me. Like, they didn't let him even get the whole.
Help or get out. We're
I
dealing with
mean,
these
that was
idiots first.
ridiculous.
Conscripts, here they come.
Like, what kind of jackass shoots a bow and arrow at people? I'm just saying.
Hold the wall, men. Make them come to me.
Oh, yeah, I can do this now. See? That fire, boy. That explosion. Okay, here we go. I gotta figure out. Oh, I know how to find out. Okay, because I could. I'm. Veilguard is not going to do the keep, and so, or like,
Good work,
I don't
Chris.
know if I
Even if
go
they
there
shouldn't
right
have
this very
happened, they
second
could
if
have-
it's sitting there. Like,
Well,
I don't
these
know.
are made, not
I have
born.
no idea.
Take back what they
Um,
stole.
So
Go back
I
to your
don't
families.
know.
You
I know
save
that
yourselves.
what I hear for sure is that you make your inquisitor. You just build them. So that tells me
You're no
that
farmer. Why do you know my name?
the hair and stuff, these model features, to some degree,
I know your name
will
because
be
I'm an
there.
agent of the
I will
Inquisition.
be able to
I'm
rebuild
investigating whether the disappearance
my
of
inquisitor
Walls has anything to do with the murder of the
to
Divine.
be this character.
The
Now,
Wardens and the
I'm
Divine,
assuming
that
that they'll also
No,
let you
you're
pick
asking
and
so you don't
choose.
really know.
Like, did you take Blackwall as
First
your,
off, I didn't know they disappeared.
companion?
But we do that,
Did
right?
Blackwall
No
admit
more blight,
that he was a
drop
lying
downs,
son of a bitch?
Wardens are the first
Did
things on.
you, you
But one
know,
thing I'll tell
so on
you,
and so on and
no
so forth?
Warden killed the
You know,
Divine.
I'm
Our
guessing
purpose isn't
that's what they're going to
political.
do in character creation for at least the Inquisitor. My question is, what are they going to do about the Champion of Kirkwall? And
So where are the rest of you?
not more importantly, but like to some degree, I'm curious. I'm certainly curious because there's all these kind of like somewhat plot threads concerning the hero of Ferelden. Like for me, I have a couple of hero of Fereldens from different game saves. My original hero of Ferelden was a dwarven Templar. My most powerful hero of Ferelden was a Knight Enchanter, a different name for the prestige class in that game, named Diana, and she
Further ahead than I was.
died. She at the end of the game she didn't make it. So the hero of Ferelden in her game save, her playthrough,
Inquisition. Agent.
there is no hero of Ferelden. The statue says that she sacrificed herself to save the rest of Ferelden, and Liliana is all like not heartbroken, but she talks about her in the past tense because she passed away. Morrigan didn't have the child, of course. At least, no, she didn't, because yeah, Diana dies fighting the archdemon.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear.
So like,
Both need to know
are
what's
they
going on.
gonna let you
Perhaps I
go
can keep
in
it to myself for
and make all those decisions? Like, who's your champion of Kirkwall? Did they? Because I heard like something about like a rumor that whoever you lose Adamant Fortress isn't fully on dead, or who knows. But you know, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of questions that I'm wondering if they are going to, let us in on the answers. Okay. Oh boy. I am going to have a look at Blackwall's situation because pretty soon. Oh, well, actually, I'm not going to do much crafting until we can get the Skyhold. Um, there's a lot to do in preparation for like um, the next phase. And what I want to do is go to the fallow mire. I forgot to do it and got all the way to Skyhold and hadn't gone to fallow mire yet, which is weird. Um, since I'm going to be an assassin, my prestige quest is going to be at Crestwood. Um, I've done it enough times I can do it without like looking at the map now. Um, but I feel like this is a good place to either take a break and get up and stretch my legs and see if I have enough. Oh, and someone just popped on as a viewer. Dang it. Alright, let me. Oh, I already searched over here because I forgot that I hadn't done this part yet. Okay, so now in the hinterlands at this point, there's still some missions yet to go. As a matter of fact, while I got that one viewer, whoever that viewer is, I'm going to stick around, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to. I got Cassandra with me. See, losing Varric early on, if you switch him out and you're a rogue and you don't take uh, underworld knowledge and stuff, then you have to always stop and go get him to talk to people to get the agents you need only early on in the game. But this is one of those situations where Cassandra will actually do the trick. I can use her. I just feel like I'm always until I get into Red Cliff. It's always like a hike to get into Red Cliff. All right, let's go here. Dustlight Camp seems like it's just as close, but it's not. And you know what? We're gonna ride a horse. We're gonna ride a horse. You know, I'm not a big horse guy because look at my people; they disappear, and that hurts my feelings. Like it made me so mad that at one point I made a ninja group. I used dragon webbing and I keep thinking to myself that I must have been oh, you know what? I might have actually been playing as a mage because I don't it'll come up later, but there's certain materials that help you break class restrictions and size restrictions. So, one of my favorite aesthetic pieces in the game is a light armor, a light adventurer armor. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I don't have it. For some reason, you can't save it to the golden nug. I've tried. Oh, let's see. Tire my horse out. Okay, there she goes.
Watch out, traveler. The veil's ripped open and Maker knows what could come out.
I got this. You just bear witness. All right, let's see here. Oh, they're shooting. They're shooting. They're shooting a lot, but I can remove status effect. It's just Ghost. It sucks. All right, let's fix out one. Oh, that's right though. I got the stupid powerful bow. So, all right. Okay, so we'll see how tough I am now. This is bigger dude. Whoa, actually, it's more ghosts again. What is going on here? I wonder if I'm. No, I'm not level adjusted. I'm not too cool for school. This is a weird luck of the draw. There should be some big dudes like who do the whole thing. Look at that. Take that damage. The second tier cloak of shadows, like going invisible, it's more than doing it instantaneously, even though that is useful. Because you not only do you instantaneously turn invisible, you also move faster. Like it's like a little trot. Um, you might have a bonus to stealth attack. I don't know. Immune. Immune. Okay. Oh, thought I caught a second win. Oh, that viewer cut me some slack. Called it. It's like, this is boring.
What was that?
We
What
don't
was
know
that?
what these rifts can do. That one appeared to alter the time around it.
All right, maybe Fiona will know. Now you remember, Fiona rolled up on us at.
It's over.
Can I talk to her? Nope. Okay, so Fiona ran up on us at Valrayo. Remember that shit. Actually, super remember because I watched the video of me falling asleep. I did fall asleep. It was like for like a few seconds. And because of the glare and my glasses, which is a forever reference to the movie Major League, it just is. Um, like, uh, you can't. I mean, you can tell if you are looking for it, but nah. Like my first session for this playthrough, recording the entire playthrough, it's like 45 minutes because I spent most of the early morning and afternoon like fighting with the EA app trying to get access to my game saves. And so I was actually like frustrated and I was like just like about to give up on the stream or at least like not permanently but like at least streaming at that time when I finally got it to work. And so that's why I start to fall asleep. And yes, in the middle of a fight, because I had fought that fight so many times before, man, I know at the time I knew I fell asleep, but I wasn't sure if it got picked up on the stream. If you can tell, I could tell. I could tell. I'm only asleep for like maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and it's in the middle of a combat scene. And because I'm an archer, there's reason to be kind of standing still for a few seconds. So yeah, I totally fall asleep, and so I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm notorious for having sleep apnea and stuff like that. And I used to play Halo, and when I played Halo with my buddies, I'm talking about original Halo. We played Halo like 1 and Halo 2 on Xbox Live with 360s, I want to say, and we were like playing like retro games on 360. Had to be 360s, and this is like 2006. So, I mean, maybe 2006, maybe Xbox, like the black one, but I don't think so. I think we're playing like, oh man, I can't remember now. Maybe it's been so long. We're definitely playing like, you know what? We're not playing online. We're playing split screen co-op. And so yes, we're still on the OG like black Xbox playing Halo 2, Halo 1, and so on and so forth. It's got to be in the year where this is happening. But basically, what would happen is I would fall asleep playing the game, and like just my character would start walking forward, and so my buddy would take a sticky grenade and throw it on me, and then I would walk into the enemies and blow up, and then I would respawn and walk forward. He just keep doing that to clear the missions, and then he would elbow me and wake me up after like the intensity of the mission was over. But yeah, it was yeah. And then later on, when we did have online games, like we'd be playing DC Universe Online, and suddenly my hero would just stop heroing. He would stop heroing and straight up just die because the enemies just start beating him to death because wasn't fighting back. Yeah. And so I played this game for a decade before I realized this was here. And I could easily just walk down here and bam, here I am. Bam a lamb. Okay, so this is the final request of the Corporal Veil.
Can I help you?
Oh, wait. Huh. Oh. Okay. Whoops. Sorry. We're tripping in here. Okay. Okay. So, this is a door, requires perk, deft hand, find tools. In this door is one of the most important pieces of, like, it's also a hack I'm going to exploit, I'm going to take advantage of. So I have infinite material if I'm careful in that room. There's this room over here, which I really like because it's a reference to Bethany, who is one of my favorite characters in the games. But right now, I need to, one, pick up a quest. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. Okay, so, damn it. Okay, so like I said, in the Dragon's Keep, you can make changes. You can decide how different outcomes went. In Origins, this is the site of part of the game. You come here in Dragon Age Origins to Redcliffe. Um, Technically speaking, it's probably one of the earliest locations you can go to. Now, that castle over there, you kind of can't see. It's kind of hiding. There's a castle up there, right? At night, zombies would come pouring out of the castle and attack Redcliffe Village. They they sort of like. Wait, what happened? What's going on here? Okay, there we go. Another mission. Okay, so the geography is hard to explain. Like, I feel like there wasn't any real effort to recreate Redcliffe, because it's just not. But then, I don't know, maybe it is. It's been 10 years. A lot of shit's happened. But this is supposed to be, and you can go out to the docks on Redcliffe. You can see where the boats are. You can do some recruiting and stuff like that out there. But my problem is, okay, so Connor is the one. Oh, I'm full up. Okay, Connor is the one sending the zombies. They see this fog. I'm pointing at my screen like an idiot. Okay, the fog you can see in the background. It'll come all the way across the water and down to the village, and it's all kinds of like zombies and whatnot. It's a huge fight, huge sequence. And then you go into the castle, and one of your options are to kill Connor. Now, killing Connor is super difficult to do because Connor is a victim, and you just not like into killing kids. There it is. Medium adventure armor, light adventure armor, heck, heavy adventure armor. Oh, okay. I know what it looks like. Okay. Anything else cool here? I'll come back look at it later. Scout hat. Let's see here. I got all the good stuff already for the most part. Yeah, yeah. Okay. But I will need those connected as bought later. So, sometimes because I can't bring myself to do certain things, actually do them like killing Connor. Like I think I have one playthrough where I made an evil dwarf because in the first game you really could make someone who like was a total D bag. It was all kind of here's Sister Tanner.
I am Sister Tanner. May I help?
Let's see here. I know you're a smuggler because I saw the letter.
Templar named Corin.
You're gonna give it up.
Shit.
You're gonna give it up.
Prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
Cassandra.
Let's see. Impersonating a sister, smuggling, dishonoring Chantry Roads. I
Okay.
can think of more if you like. Or you could put your skills to use for the Inquisition.
All right.
Quiet. Nobody else has to know.
That will depend on how honest your efforts are on our behalf.
All right.
All right. I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
So now we have Tanner, and she works for Liliana. Okay. Age acquire influences is stuff we need to increase some. It's so much crap, and I'm getting tired. Okay, got some power though. Okay. Now there's a whole conversation inside this bar we're gonna go do, so that we can get started. We can meet Dorian. I'm going to. All right, we'll call it here. In this playthrough, I must have decided that Connor died. Now, I I probably just decided that that's the hero forever. Oh, maybe we can find out. Because if Connor is dead, then there's a good chance that I just made up a world state where the hero of Ferelden was a bastard. I don't usually kill Connor. All right, now the placard should be on here. I can just read it. I don't want to go digging through my codex, but I'm gonna. Okay, let's see. Codex entry. Is it characters? I doubt it. Well, maybe. Blackwall, Cassandra, Divine Destinia, Cullen. There he is. Harold Ferelden. Oh! Oh, wow. Huh. The Harold Ferelden wanted to circle Magi and Ferelden, residing in her tower at Lake Callahan for most of her life. Duncan. After defeating the Archduke in the Fifth Blight, the Harold Ferelden took up the mantle of Warden Commander. She began the task of building the Order of Ferelden, serving with honor until her disappearance several years later. So, this is not the original mage I created who died fighting the Archdemon. This is another game save I created because that is certainly not how Diana's story went. So the question I have now is, who is the king of Ferelden or queen? Huh. Okay. And it's it only matters because like for some cutscenes later but I get a feeling that Logain might be the Grey Warden. Okay, either way, I am going to go and get some sleep. It is almost midnight here in my Garden of Good and Evil. I thank you for checking out the live stream, and I am probably, probably gonna get up in the morning and want to play. And when I do, I will be streaming it. Thanks again. Oh, like and subscribe if you're checking this out later. I notice I get about, it says 21 views, but I feel like what constitutes as a view probably isn't someone who's watching the whole thing, but you never know. I appreciate it if you are. Oh gosh, I need to get off this stream. All right, have